Hello, I'm Kazuyoshi Hisano. So this podcast program is the program about habits, and the title is Habit Craft for Your Future, Transforming Thoughts and Actions. But today I'd like to speak something about the experience going through speaking at also preparing for the TEDx Suginami. And I believe that many of you are aware of what TED is, and also maybe you know something about TEDx event. But just in case, I don't think so, but if you're not so familiar, I would like to explain just a little bit about the TED. And what I learned is that TED is short for the technology and entertainment and design. So it was initially designed to gather the speeches of kind of experienced and knowledgeable people. And the focus was on the technology or entertainment or design. But now it has been expanded, and the headquarters in the US or Northern America. And there are a lot of spin-off events that is called TEDx, and X is a small x, with some area of some name of the city, like whatever. And so we have TEDx Kyoto, which is a famous one, and TEDx Sapporo, or something like such kind of a city or town's name are used. But this time I have had a chance to speak at TEDx Suginami. Suginami is not a huge city, but one of a known town in Tokyo, and I was privileged to speak at the TEDx Suginami event. And I received a question of asking what have I learned and experienced through preparing and speaking at the TEDx Suginami. And there are various things, but one of the most interesting part of my journey for this event was that I used the AI a lot in the process of preparation. So first, like when I'm writing the script, I had an idea, I started writing, but to improve, I used the help of the AI a lot, and I think this is totally different if I did this a year or 2 years ago. And obviously that helped me improve the quality of the talk, because anytime you try to do these kind of things, if you do it only by yourself, your view will be limited, and you can't see things from the outside of your kind of a comfort zone. But because I use the AI and give the direction, and this tool or idea, AI will create the script, and I could give a feedback and she would improve, and this process. And of course, I can focus on the bigger picture of what to deliver and how to deliver, rather than the grammar or detailed expression. And finally, the detailed expression and the grammar are going to be very important. But if I too much care about those areas, I don't think the bigger picture will be maybe lost. So that makes us as a team, I'm talking about myself with the AI, to kind of split the work, myself thinking about the bigger picture, and the detail will be structured and written by the AI. So this is a huge finding for me. And also what is interesting is that, of course, basically in this case, this event was held in English, which means all the presentation speech needed to be written and spoken in English. And of course, I have some experience of speaking, but obviously it's harder to remember all the thing. And if that happens in Japanese, I'm gonna be able to improvise in the live session, and it's very. I don't have any concerns that even if the preparation is not like the memorizing thing, I can improvise, and I can connect the context and sentences very smoothly. But in terms of English, if I standing in front of a lot of people, maybe I feel a little bit pressure, and I have potentially have a chance to lose a bigger sight, and I may fail. But therefore, I basically try to memorize as much as possible. But in order to do that, what I used is the other kind of AI, or the tool that is a kind of reading app. So reading app means if I put the script in there, and then the script will be kind of read by the app, and some guy can read it instead of me. But of course, I can record my voice, and now once the app remembers my voice, it really is like the myself is reading the kind of a script. It's with my accent and with my rhythm. So I'm able to listen to that and feel comfortable about my own voice and what I speak. So therefore, this helped me practicing and memorizing the sentences or paragraphs. So these kind of things were the approaches probably did not exist maybe 2-3 years ago, or maybe there was, but not good enough to kind of use in a real use. So using these kind of technologies, I was able to structure the script as I wished, and also was able to memorize, kind of brush up, polish the grammar or the kind of a grammar and sentences, and as I wish, and also I was able to memorize and practice the rhythm and the pronunciation, and all the things happened together. I was finally able to stand on the whole with confidence, and I liked the atmosphere a lot. And other thing is that I am constantly teaching how to relax on the pivotal moment of your life. And so this was an important experience for me, to standing in front of the people and do by myself what I'm teaching and discussing with my clients and my friends or family. So I didn't have any worry about doing the speech, and I think I've done fairly well, but I didn't expect to become perfect or 100%. I just expected myself to be 80 to 90%, and I guess that's the best for now. So we frequently talk about the expectation control, and if we do set the goal high, but in terms of the individual each time's performance, if you aim for high, then you'll be experience up and down. So you will set the expectation to the high but reasonable level, and then you will improve the entire expectation and your skill. So then you will kind of become better over time. So that's what I have experienced and tried. So all these things combined, and I really enjoyed for the practice and the day of the presentation as well, and I learned a lot. So summary is that I would like to say that it was nice that I have stepped out of my comfort zone. I liked my decision, and I liked the way I tackled this. And so, of course, when I was asked whether I was gonna do the speech at TEDx Suginami, just a couple months before the event, and I had an option to say no, and of course yes. There could be a lot of reasons, because the King of the Hill is still in the early phase, not stabilized, and I have to spend reasonable time of my work time for that. But therefore I could say, okay, I think I want to do that, but it's not now. So it's easy to say that, but I did this. The reason is I thought this is important, but that's all led by my goal setting, and I believe that I have a bigger goal that I want to do, kind of express something from myself, and then so therefore it was not a choice that I don't do, and I didn't hesitate actually. But every time we do something, there is always a option, and it will be led by your goal. So again, I repeat that setting a goal is so important. If I didn't have a goal, I may have said, no, not this time. But probably if I say no, not this time, I'm gonna have the chance to lose it, kind of at least for a long period of time. Maybe I'm gonna never make it. So this is what I have learned, and this is what I've gone through. I really enjoy the process, and I believe that it's gonna be on the internet. I'm not quite sure where, but I assume that it's gonna be on TEDx Suginami page, and of course that is usually part of the YouTube. So not now, but when you're listening, not now, I mean in the middle of February. So, but when you're listening to this, probably you may have a chance to find my speech at TEDx Suginami, and maybe you search for Kazuyoshi-san or whatever. So I wish that you would have a chance to view it and enjoy it. Right, thank you very much. So you could write and answer a question in the podcast kind of a program there's a forum, so you could use that place. And look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.